Hello everybody, this is Pete from PA Labs and we're picking up with video 5 on the shmups. So picking up where we left off is player fire or player shoots, depending on whether you're looking at the function name or the sheet name. So the function name is player shoots, and what we're going to do is get a count of how many bullets that have actually are alive on the screen. Is all that whole little routine's doing. He's going to spin through all 50 bullets and see what's alive. And then we come down here and say, okay, let's create a bullet and say, if the joystick is fired or fire is true in any of these ways that you can do that. Mouse button, yes. Okay, so we have four mouse buttons. You can fire with the mouse button, you can fire with the keyboard, or you can fire with the joystick. Blah. Okay, so once you fire, we immediately set fire to false, and we turn our bullet delay to 10. Okay, if you only get 10, every 10 cycles will that be valid. So all this does is snapshot exactly where the player is. We get the player X and Y, and then I spin through the bullets looking for one that is not alive. So the alive would be false. So the first one I run into, I get it. We check to make sure that the ammo ID, so the sprite ID, is correct. And if he doesn't have a sprite ID, we go ahead and load him up one. And that takes care of initialization all in the same fail swoop. We play the sound of the firing, and then we turn the bullet to be alive, and then we make him match where the player is, and then put him in front of the ship. Okay, so we go to the front nose of the ship. And what we also do is center it on the actual ship itself. So this is taking the ship width divided by 2 and then subtracting half of the width of the bullet to where it actually fires off the nose of the ship. Okay, now what is this doing? Shield damage, player bullet strength. Oh, that's the bullet strength. So if it hits a shield, the shield damage caused by the bullet will be equal to the bullet strength. So the bullet is its own little entity now traveling up the screen. Okay. So bullets then have to be moved. So once you've created the bullets, then I believe this is, let's see. So that did this. Yes, this is moving the player bullets. So once the bullets have been created, the next piece of this code is to move the bullets along on their journey. Remember, bullets travel at a certain speed. So what we do is we subtract the speed from the bullet Y location and move the bullets along. If the bullet is alive, then we get player bullet minus 12 on his y-axis. If it is less than 5, that means it's missed a ship and is heading off into space, and we go ahead and kill the bullet and then move him off the screen to where if he by chance accidentally gets shown, not that he should, then he'll be shown way the heck off the screen. And then eventually we come down here and just display each bullet, the transparent sprite of the bullet in question at his X and Y coordinates. Okay, so this whole if sentence is killing a bullet if it's gone off the screen. Okay, so this is very similar to the enemy fire, and I know I haven't done enemy move yet, but this is related, only going the exact opposite way. Okay, so here we are looking at the enemy fire, which is similar, and yet it's a bit different. So the goal here is just to try to randomize the heck out of it and to not give the computer an advantage to his speed. Okay. So we don't want a ship to fire every loop. You'll have trillions of bullets on the screen and you'll just be slaughtered. So what we do is the ship can fire, uh, or it can move. Well, it can always move, but it can't fire until after it's moved again. Okay. So we come in here and we start a search on all the ships that are alive, that are the enemy ship, and have not fired. Okay. And then we say, okay, let's do a random number. And this is kind of pulled out of a hat to slow the computer down in his firing. And so you can decrease this, but the more you decrease the probability there, the much higher rate of speed that they'll kick at you. Okay. So that might be something you want to do in game level type changes. So right now it's set at, you get one guess out of 125 to hit the number 5, and then he fires. And believe it or not, he fires more often than you would shake a stick. So we then flag the ship that says he's fired, so he can't fire again immediately. And then we come down here and we look for a bullet that's been spent. It's not alive. And then we play the fire wave. And then we initialize the ammo if it's not already a spray. And then we send him on his way and put him on the screen. Okay. So he's going to do that through all the enemy ships that are on the board on this pass. Okay. This frame, remember, this is at a frame speed, 30 frames a second sort of thing. Okay. So our next procedure is the enemy bullet move. And that's where he's simply coming in and saying, okay, if the bullet is alive, then move him along at his speed. And if he's left the screen, then we get rid of him. All right. And then we display him again. Okay. And that is the end of the enemy firing and probably this video.